Hi guys, it's Sean from Gaslit doing another video on breaking down this Worcester Greenstar. Probably the most popular boiler fitting in the UK homes. So we've already got the heat exchanger out, we've already done the plate to plate, so that's on the previous videos. I just now want to talk to you about on the return side of the boiler, what we call the return manifold. And what it does and what it looks like. So bear with us here. I've got it down on my bench so it does wobble about a little bit, but hopefully I'll give you a little bit of knowledge and you can understand how it all works. So hopefully that's all in view and it's all good. So I've got this laid down here. So the cold mains comes up into here and then passes through into this part here, which we call the return manifold, and then that goes into plate heat exchanger, which I showed you in the previous video, goes around and comes out hot on the other side. So we're just going to concentrate on this side for this video. So when it goes through there, it spins a flow turbine, and then on the flow turbine that then detects that someone's demanding for hot water, and then that fires the boiler up. So we'll get that side out. So these little clips are a lot easier to take out than to put back in, but everything in this video is just going straight into the bin. So here we have, and this is then the flow pipe, sorry, the cold pipe, not flow pipe, cold. So just get that out of the way for the video. It's all going in the skip. And then this then is our flow turbine. So basically it's just like I'm playing from here. So it's got a directional arrow on it. So when the water comes through, it just spins the like a little whirler, and it just spins around in circles, and then just tells the boiler there's a hot water demand because the cold's starting to spin, and that's the yeah, that's how it detects the water flow. Now at the back of that, we have what's called a flow. We have an adapter. And these adapters are notorious for breaking down and leaking. It's up on the wall, it's a little bit easier doing it all like this. So if there's two main things that go wrong with these boilers when they're leaking. So if you ever ring us up with a leaking Greenstar and you've got this occasional drip, we'll ask the question, is it leaking from the left side or is it leaking from the right side? And it's all to do with this. So let's try and get this out. That's that bit out. Oh, she's not playing ball. So it's in there, but now it's completely broken. So, and that's then that's then how that's works from there on the cold coming in. I wanted to pull the adapter out to show you how it works, but it's not working. So so that's on the cold side and how it detects for the hot water. So this rubber boot here, this is an ingenious idea, because those flow turbines, they leak. The idea is that when they leak, the water drips onto here to protect the diverter motor from breaking. So these little green booties. If we do come across really old ones, we do have a couple of these green boots in the vans that we'll just slip on to save them from breaking. So the diverter motor, which is here, so we then just take that electrical plug off, get that out of the way, and then this then is the diverter motor. So it's just an actuator motor, and when it's powered, at the moment it's in the down position, when it's powered it'll then go up and down, and basically what it does, it moves this little toggle here. So the diverting side for your heating and hot water is done on the return, it's not done on the flow. Some boilers have them on the flow side, this one has it on the return side. So we get a screwdriver, we'll get this out. So good old Worcester, everything's plastic, so nice and reliable, not, but it is what it is. And just take that out and show you what the diverter looks like. So let's get rid of those screws. So then this is the diverter. So this is very, very common for what they look like inside. It's just a paddle. So as that goes up and down, it then just seals off the return pipe, allows the water from the boiler to flow through the plate-to-plate heat exchanger, and when it goes into the hot water mode, heating mode, it lifts up, blocks off on the plate heat exchanger and allows it to flow back up this one here, back up through the heating system. And as we can see here, this little paddle, they're not quite square, and they block off the two waterways. And these things go hard. Pull it out. These go hard, and then gets all the rubbish on it, and then we start getting the creep. So when you have your hot water on, you start getting a bit of creep through your radiators, because it's not sealing off the pipe properly as it comes across, and that's then when you start losing some of that efficiencies there on your hot water demand. Yeah, so yeah, fairly straightforward to change. And then that little comes out, but I'll call these paddles, I don't know what the technical name for them are, but that's what they do, just go up and down and block those off, and that's on that return side. Another thing what we do get is we get flow turbine adapters, flow turbine adapters that are back there start leaking, and water comes out this front edge and drips down. But these, as you can see, it's all plastic, so parts of these plastic manifold here can start to break as well, and you get a crack in that, and that's that whole manifold. So we have like this is where the expansion vessel pipe goes into, and this is our pressure gauge, the bit that we read on the front of the boiler, comes off of there, and then this comes into the back of the pump assembly. So if you bear with us, we'll get the pump out. I'm not sponsored by Weira, but I do love a bit of Weira. As you can see, the auto air vent at the back there has been leaking. In the previous videos when we was around the back of the boiler, you could really see it from there. Feels strange working on a boiler this orientation. Also, they're normally on walls. Let's get this out. Super. So this is then what we'd normally call the pump head. So I'll go through how the pump works on another video. So then this is then the manifold. So then we whip out. Oh, that's that screw there at the back. Oh, come out, you bugger. Couldn't find my long screwdriver earlier on. And obviously, when the heat exchanger is normally in, come across, this needs just a little pinch and a set of grips. Just to release that, like so. And probably the most difficult bit with all of this, getting this bit done, come out you bugger, is this bypass pipe that comes through here. Getting that in and set ain't easy. When you've got everything that's inside the boiler, at the moment we've got no plate heat exchanger, you know, the pump's gone, so fairly straightforward for us to get this out, but it's actually quite a fiddly bit, that one, and get it seated, as you can see from these little clips. No, you bugger. Oh. Obviously, normally we're a lot more gentle than this, but this one doesn't. Oh, this one doesn't matter. Come out. Is that off? Obviously, now it has a rubber seal in there that's not been wow, this is turning a bit of a pig, but that's, as you can appreciate, that's never actually been out before, so from the day it was manufactured. So we'll leave that in there for the sake of the video. I don't want to go on too long. So this is then the return manifold, You can see the automatic air vent at the back here. It's been leaking and it's proper crusted up around here, but you can get fractures around this plastic manifold which then start to leak. So not Worcester's finest hour, let's just say. And this bit here is a drain point, actually. Very good, very easy. If you get your U-gauge hose, you can actually poke it into the hole there, although you will get dirty water inside your U-gauge hose. But if you're desperate and you're stuck, it will go inside, or you get a drainer hose, put it around the outside to drain the boiler around. So it's very, very, very handy, that bit there. A lot of boilers, they do it from the bottom. Another thing is that a lot of people don't know about is this screw here. This one here. Oh, I've got a ratchet screwdriver, great. See that turning? That is the bypass. So this bypass pipe here on this version you can turn off. So I've used that a few times when I'm trying to prove something, to isolate the bypass to see if it's going around the heating system or not, because if it doesn't, it can just bypass and come straight back up again. But yeah, that's you can access that from the bottom of the boiler, and then that's the bypass isolator there. So there we are. That's the return manifold and all its glory. I'm going to get this side out and I'll talk to you about the flow manifold next. Cheers guys, thanks.